Hello everybody, my name is Brandon Ivey. I am leader and one of the founders of Power Team Marketing, and I first want to say Happy New Year to everybody for 2015, and I apologize for saying this late. I actually wanted to make this video a little over a week ago, but unfortunately I came into 2015 with the flu, and was knocked on my backside for a little over a week. So I wasn't able to really get things done the way I want to do, but thankfully, you know, when you work from home, you can still do webinars and presentations without having to see anybody. So, you know, I spared everybody the scene that I was in. But now that I'm getting over that, I'm getting that behind me, I'm ready to really jump into 2015 and take this year by storm. And I wanted to start off by making this video. This is a video message to Power Team Marketing. See, I started Power Team Marketing a couple of years back in 2011, 2012, really 2011, and we have been through a couple of companies together. We stayed together as a unit, but the last company that was a one major change was when we started off with NLC, and due to moral issues with the owner of the company, and I was terminated. We moved on to Vitel, and now Shopping Sherlock, which Sherlock bought out Vitel. But all in all, I've stayed the same exact course for the last 5 years now. I have not shifted, I have not jumped around, I have not hopped from one thing to another. I believe in finishing what you start, and I have a major goal, and I'm not shy to say so. And so for the past week that I've been out, I've had time to you know, think a lot, reflect on where we are as a team, where I am personally in my professional and private life. Had a time to talk with my wife and really you know, set our goals on where we want to go for the future and where we want to put all of our energy into. And when I started network marketing, I've had 5 major financial goals to accomplish. One of those goals was to be able to make enough money, you know, that 4-figure a month club, really to supplement the income. I was working a job at the time, and I wanted to be able to have some extra money to come in, because when I was working at a job, I just was not had enough money to do anything with the family, to put away aside for savings, to, you know, you're just existing, you're living paycheck to paycheck. And I was able to reach that goal where my wife didn't have to work a full-time job, but I still had a job at the same time. My next financial goal was really to be able to walk off my job, make enough money so that I didn't have to work a job anymore, and I can work full-time from home. You know, I'm not rich yet, I'm not, you know, what they call balling yet, what all these fake gurus put up on Facebook, and, you know, taking pictures in front of cars, flashing money, and it's their rent money or it's a rental car that they're doing this with. You know, I wasn't balling yet, but I was able to, you know, walk off my job and still maintain the same type of lifestyle I had while I had a job. And the third financial goal for me was to be able to get to the 5-figure a month range, to earn 6 figures in network marketing industry and become one of the top money earners in the entire industry. And I achieved that goal as well. Now, the last 2 goals I have not achieved yet. The fourth goal is to get to the point where I'm earning 6 figures a month. 6 figures a month in network marketing. That's the next major goal. And then after that, another step is $1 million a month. Now, these are goals that are attainable because there's already people in the industry that's doing it. So if somebody else can do it, I know I can do it as well. So those were my financial goals. So I've achieved 3 out of the 5. So to achieve the last 2 is not an easy feat. It's actually a simple feat, but it's not an easy feat. Number 1, you have to choose a company that's going to allow you to make that happen, number 1. And number 2 is find an owner of that company that you know is going to keep the wheels going on the bus. That's going to be a long-term legacy company. And I found that right here with Shopping Sherlock and with Michael Weeder. But before I even get there, I want to notice that I'm shooting this video from a park. And this is a park that when I used to work a job, I used to come to this park every day on lunch break. And sometimes I had a 45-minute to an hour lunch, and I would sit here at this park and I would listen to audio of self-improvement and personal development, and I would always, dream about the day that I no longer had to come to this park just for my break. And then after my time was up, I would have to walk back up just 2 blocks back to the office. And the day would come where I could come to this park whenever I wanted to, and I have purchased my own freedom. And that I achieved that back in 2012. It's almost 3 years now where I was able to purchase my own freedom from having to work a 9 to 5. And after being sick this past week, I wanted to come back to this park and shoot this video just to remind myself of how far I've come, of being at this, reminding of what life was like when you had a job. Now, I'm not saying that all jobs are bad. Some of you love what you do, and I used to love what I did, but I really didn't have the freedom. I wanted to be able to work for my own self, work for my own goals, my own freedom. And so coming back to this park really is a wake-up call, because I think right now it is 11:15. So in about 45 minutes from now, when I was working a job, I would become walking down that street and come and sit right on this bench and have my lunch and listen to my Your Wish Is Your Command and Jim Rohn and Les Brown and Tim Sales and Tony Robbins, and knew that one day, all the hard effort and work that I'm doing is going to lead to me, being able to get up off this bench and go home and do whatever I want to do. And I achieved that. And so here's the next level, and this is why this is a message for Power Team Marketing. This is a feeling that I think every single one of you deserve to have. You're not going to get it on a 9 to 5 job. The only way to get it is in a home-based business, but it is finding the right one. We've been through a lot together over the last couple of years, and I know the past year and a half or a year and 3 or 4 months might have been difficult for a lot of you on this journey with Shopping Sherlock, and we lost a lot of good members. We lost a lot of good people that I once considered my friends, and I still do. I didn't walk away from anybody. A lot of people that left walked away from me. They walked away from Power Team Marketing for their own reasons and goals, or whatever reason. You've got to do what's best for you, and I wish you the best in anything that you have to do for your family, and I'm always going to be here to support you in those decisions, whether I believe it was the right decision or not. That choice is up to you. But one thing that I do know is that looking back on things now over the past year, looking at 2014, a lot of you that walked away and decided to do something different. Many of you have been to 4, 5, 6, or 7 different companies during that time. A lot of you jumped ship to a company that you thought would be in greener pastures, and those companies are not even around today. Some of you are in companies that you thought was going to take you to the next level because you thought that it was easier to do, that it was more accessible for you to do, and you're in major problems, not even knowing that the company is going to be around in 2015 now. And that's just life. It doesn't matter what company you're in. You got to do the same things no matter what. You've got to produce. And if you don't produce, you don't get paid. And in some cases, you can produce and the company fails you on the back end, which is what we experienced in our last company. We did everything we were supposed to do, but the company just couldn't keep the wheels on. I don't have that situation with Shopping Sherlock. I'm in a situation with Shopping Sherlock where this company has had record growth over the past 6 months. It hasn't been meteoric growth. It hasn't been viral growth. It hasn't been ground earth-shaking growth that has gotten industry notice. But the fact that we're debt-free, the fact that we have been growing steadily every single month, the fact that we're operating at a profit, the fact that we are worldwide, and that we're still moving in a recession-proof climate right now, goes to show a lot about the vision of Michael Weeder on where he has our company, the position of where we are in this industry of network marketing and the industry of e-commerce. Goes to show where we're going to be in the future. And I've been in this industry for 16 years. And when I first got started, I remember I was in a company called ACN. And at that time, it was the end of 1998. And I remember, I'm like a sponge. I soak everything in. I remember all the stories of all the leaders. I remember getting excited and looking at Sam Orm's $12,000 for the week check, my first night at a presentation. I remember seeing and listening to Larry Raskin and George Zaluki and Art Napolitano and Oren Solomon and all the greats and Montrell Jacksons and the Chris Olivers and the Pasha Olivers and the Steve Carters, Mike Ashby's, the Byron Nelsons, the list can go on and on and on. Listening to their stories and thinking all of us in the audience saying, man, I wish that I could be that guy on that stage right now, making the money that they're making, living the lifestyle that they're living. And one of the guys said, you know, a lot of you wish you were on stage with us right now, but you're going to turn around and I'm going to say to you, you don't want to wish you got started when we got started, because to get to where we are now, you have had to gone through what we went through to get here. How would you like to be in ACN back in 1993, 94, and 95? Would you have been there through the struggle that we had to go through, where we didn't know if the company was going to be open tomorrow? The stories of Debbie Davis, how she talked about having to help the company load VHS tapes, because that's what we passed out. We didn't have the internet. There were no DVDs. There were no webinars or presentations. We got a little kit in the mail with a VHS tape that we passed around to people that we knew. It was hard. And a lot of people during those times did not stick with ACN. Those who did, 3-4 years later, were Circle of Champions members, became million-dollar earners in our industry. Where we sit with Sherlock right now is the exact same moment. This is a moment that I will not let pass by. You know how they always say ignorance is bliss? Well, most people are ignorant when it comes to looking at Shopping Sherlock. And I don't say that in a negative way, because ignorant just means that you are, uninformed. You don't have all the facts, and you don't understand. That's all. That's all. You just don't have all the facts. You don't understand the industry. That doesn't mean you're bad. That just means you're ignorant to what's going on. And that's okay. Because I've been ignorant plenty of times in the past about things that I was doing. I was ignorant about e-commerce before Shopping Sherlock. But I am not ignorant now. And there is no way on God's green earth that I, knowing what I know, would accept that CEO's call I got just a week ago, offering me the moon and the stars to go jump ship somewhere else. That 5 years from now, I look at my son in the face, and he says, wow, Dad, I remember you doing those presentations about online shopping and e-commerce and mobile apps and all that kind of stuff, and you left it in, I don't know, Shopping Sherlock's a multi-billion-dollar company, e-commerce is a $5 trillion industry, and what happened to us? What happened to you? Well, things didn't go out the way I wanted it to, and I was impatient and I jumped ship. There's no way in hell that I'm going to allow that to happen. No way. So, I am here for the long term. Power Team Marketing is here for the long term. And we have a plan. We have a set plan, a strategy guide that's going to walk you through step by step for those of you that's willing to go on this journey with us. This month of January, we have a lot of announcements that you're going to hear from the CEO, Michael Weeder. And I want to talk about Michael Weeder for one moment, because I had this conversation with another leader of mine who I asked him, I said, as smart as you are, as long-term vision as you have, how is it that you don't see this? How is it that at the position you were given, you would turn Sherlock down and go jump ship in 5-6 other companies, and you're no better off now than you were? In fact, you're worse off now than you were before. What was it that I missed that apparently you seem to see? Help me understand. And what he said was, well, I just don't understand. I don't see the CEO. I don't have faith in Michael Weeder. I'm like, really? The companies that I've seen you jump in, you've got faith in those CEOs? Really? I really question your judgment there, buddy, on that. But I want to talk about Michael Weeder for a moment. Michael Weeder has been in the internet space for the past 20 years. Michael Weeder's a millionaire. Michael Weeder has had failures and he's had success. Michael Weeder is a visionary. He has positioned our company where we have no direct competition to what we're doing. Where he looks at the market as a whole. Doesn't look at the hype, but looks at the facts, the figures, and the numbers. He builds and operates his company on integrity. Integrity. I have not yet met a CEO in our industry, outside of maybe ACN with Greg Provenzano, maybe David Rutz, that I've had the pleasure of working with, that knows what he's doing on this level. This is going to be a billion-dollar company, with or without me. So I'm smart enough to attach myself to an individual that I know is going to take his business to this next level. And we just go along for the ride and help him make it happen. So I don't know why anybody would think anything else from Michael Weeder unless you probably didn't get what you wanted when you asked for something. And I know a lot of people have. They asked for something, Michael Weeder said no, and they got their ego bruised about it and they ran and jumped ship to something else. And you let ego stop you from achieving the goals that you can have. But looking at Shopping Sherlock now, where are we going to go with Power Team Marketing? Well, there's an old saying that growing grass covers up old, dirty, dried up mud. I am not going to resurrect the dead. You're either with us or you're not. I just extend an invitation that if you have worked with me over the past 5 years, and if you have, I have put money in your pocket. That's without a doubt. We're going for this ride all over again, and we're going to start a movement and a momentum, and this is going to happen with or without you. Even though things have not been moved in the United States, I put my focus overseas. We're about to put Germany on the map big time. We have a lot of things that's happening in Japan, Germany, and France that you're going to see in Power Team Marketing this year that's going to be explosive. What really blows my mind about in network marketing in our company is that the fastest growing team in the company right now is in Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan, the average monthly income is $200 a month. $200 a month. They put in over 1,000 people in 3 months in Kazakhstan. We have people there they've already made 5 figures over the last 3 months. 5 figures. In Kazakhstan, you're rich doing numbers like that. They are spending more than their monthly income to join the business. And then I look at the United States of America and I see us as being spoiled. We're really spoiled. And we have no business to be spoiled. Do you know that the average American right now, more than 60% of Americans are one paycheck away from being on the streets? One paycheck away. Most of you in network marketing aren't making any money at all. Period. I don't get pumped up by the hype that I see that these network marketers post on Facebook and YouTube. I know what's really going on behind the scenes, more than they know about their own company. I know that 90% of the people in your company aren't making a dime. But as a leader, I want to be here to show in Power Team Marketing, here's going to be our goal. Number one, we're going to show you how to make money just by giving away our Sherlocks. It's number one. Number two, we have a game plan to show you how to make $2,000 to $8,000 a month over the next 90 days, 3 months to 6 months in the business, basically. $2,000 to $8,000 a month by following a system. Also, I'm going to be taking myself and my business to a whole nother level as well, as far as what we expect. Because this is a business. This is not a hobby. This is our life. And we're going to build this business like our life depends on it, because for many of you it does. So I'm working with serious people, not people that I need to hold hands with. You know, we've got all the tools in place. If you need your hand held, watch the videos. If you're ready to run with us, we are going to get off this so-called seat here in the park, and we're going to go running right now in 2015. We've got the power of 2, we've got the power of 4. Sherlock Global Academy that Simon Brooks and Fraser's team in the UK put together has a step-by-step plan with our Getting Started guide. We have major announcements at the end of this month where Sherlock is not even the same company it was when I first got started with Sherlock. More importantly, we're going to have a lot of fun as well. We're going to create some income stories. We're going to walk people off their job. We're going to put Sherlock on the map. We're going to lead by example. I enrolled 4 people by myself the last month. And there's other people that are so-called leaders that haven't signed up a single person in 6 months. You got to lead by example. We're going to have a whole new people that's going to be a part of Power Team Marketing. And we encourage and enjoy and welcome all of you to our team and our family. This is going to be a wonderful ride. We enjoy these beginnings because we're going to look back on these times and think, wow, look at what we achieved and what we had to go through to get to where we want to be. So I'm looking for people who want to run with me. It can't happen alone. There's no one man or one woman show. This is a team effort. So I need to know who's with me and who's not. So with that, let me get off this bench and go have some lunch. But I just wanted to send out this beginning happy 2015 message for all Power Team Marketing members. Thank you guys for being with us. Here's to a fantastic 2015. We've got a huge kickoff event in LA next Saturday, the 17th. So if you know anybody in the LA area, you can come meet myself and the CEO, Mr. Michael Weeder. Let's go to work, ladies and gentlemen. God bless. Bye-bye.